Hello and welcome. Our quest to find $2 million homes around the country continues with the Great White North. Not Canada, but Utah. Here we go. So Utah really surprised me in the fact that there were so many homes in the 1.5 to $2 million range. And when I first looked at these and then came back, many were gone. So not only are there a lot of homes in that range, but they turn over really fast. Um, this one, so this starts with number 10. And I liked all of these homes. And if someone could argue with me about how, I like this one better than that one, I couldn't really argue back because I would totally agree. This one kind of, we started out with, yes, there's tons and tons of garages. But one of them to the left is for RVs. So if you had an RV, you could buy a $1.5 million home and still get an Airstream, stick it in there, and then go see the area. This one, I don't know, like modern rustic. It did have a very nice view out the back of the house that there's with no neighbors behind you, and I really enjoyed that. The kind of neat thing about it was connected to it. There is 3 miles of mountain biking, walking, hiking trails. So I guess on the good side, it's right next to you. On the bad side, maybe you don't want people that close to you going hiking, but it was pretty cool. So I liked that one. That one though is in the southwest corner of Utah, so it got knocked down a little bit for its location. So next up we have this one, which is kind of, I'm going to call it the family home, because this one is located just south of Salt Lake, so pretty close. You could get to Park City in the same day and get to Salt Lake and go into both of those. So the location was good. It's a big house, 8,000 square feet. Nice views out the back. It's a little bit dated because I think it was 2005. And as we go through, you'll kind of see, oh yeah, that kind of looks like a 2005 home. But it's very much suited for kids. It's like if you can tell, there's a trampoline, and then there's a full play set and a slide, and so it's very family suited. But the interior kind of does look very 2004. I do like the suspended bar, is pretty cool. That was pretty neat. I'm not sure how they have that attached to keep it, but it's a pretty neat trick. Huge pantry. Just the lightness of it is just very 2004, but I still liked it. But it had a little exercise room, it had plenty of bedrooms, it had yet more storage and a safe, and it had an indoor basketball court with a climbing wall. So again, if you had kids, this whole house has plenty of room for everybody to have their own space. You have a secondary kitchen. So if you had in-laws, they could have their own space, and it was a nice house with lots of room and an okay view. So that was number 9. Number 8. So this one is just like your kind of stereotypical big, rich, fancy house that could be in anywhere except for the palm trees. But it just had a nice, fun outdoor area, and I just liked the way it was lit, and it kind of had just bordering on kind of grandiose with the columns and everything. But I don't know. So I liked it. And it's got the spiral staircase, which is a big feature in these fancy homes. You'll see a lot of these over time. If you're playing bingo at home, there's a spiral staircase. But the other thing that made me laugh is for the kids. They have this like little kids room with a purple slide. It's like, okay, fun. And they also had a purple pool table and a purple wall for not quite sure why. But and then a little mini wine cellar. But it just looked like a fun outdoor area to entertain with a decent enough view. And this one was located, but it kind of went down the ways because it's in the far left corner of Utah. So I guess if you like Las Vegas, then that would be one for you, because it's a short trip to Vegas. So some people might really like that. Like I said, a lot of these homes you could point at and say, oh, you're crazy, Todd, that home's better. So please, I want to put links and all in the description, and then I'm also going to put but if it's bought, you'll just see the pictures, you won't see all the description and the price and everything. So this one was rustic. I believe it had 1.3 6 acres, so you have some privacy. No neighbors right up on your business. If you hate Rustic, I get it. If you love Rustic, it was good. And here's my other thing: if it has a ping pong table, I'm gonna put it in. That's my joke, but that's a nice ticket table. And it's also got like a little hot tub. So after a day of skiing, you can come back, hit the hot tubs, and all will be good. And you can have your own bear sculpture too. It's probably negotiable. This is located not too far, so it's not too far from Park City. So again, you could do a trip up to Park City and back same day. And that's some of these. I was just picking location. That is not on their property. I don't know why they included this stream. It was kind of weird. It's like to say, hey, there's a stream nearby. But Rustic is, it's also got a sauna, so that's a nice touch. Rustic is one of those things, either people love it or hate it. But there's another picture of that bear that greets you as you come in the front door. Let's get a close view of that. Okay, hello bear. Maybe they'll take it out if you ask. I don't know. So there's a hot tub. Okay, so next up, we got this one, this was another great privacy one. I kept kind of nudging it up, and it's just kind of mountain resort kind of feel, a step up from straight up Rustic like the last one, but definitely you got your wood in the ceiling and everything, and nice views of the mountains. I think you definitely had privacy. Surprisingly, you only had 1.5 acres. You would think it'd be more, but still, that's plenty enough that you'd have privacy. This does have I believe it does have a hot tub too. It's radiated heated sidewalks, gas fire pits, and a large hot tub, and a zip line and a climbing wall somewhere. And there's hiking trails nearby. And this one was interesting because you did have this ski resort nearby, Snow Basin, but it was further north. So it would take a little bit longer if you really had to go to Park City. But I just really like the looks of it. Just a solid house, all in all. And here we go. So this one, I don't know. It was different. I like it when houses are kind of go the extra mile to be different. First of all, if you look to the right, so it's up north to Park City, but behind it, there's this trail. So again, you have no neighbors behind you, and 30 minutes to the airport, 60 minutes to ski resorts. So, still close by. It's got this weird kind of terrace in the back. So not weird. I mean, it's nice. So you got this seating up here, and then down below you have more seating. It's kind of weird that you're kind of just looking at a waterfall, like this waterfall. Look, if you're in the bottom part, you see the steps going up to the waterfall. So you got a hot tub on that floor, and then a really nice pool. So I thought that was good. That it does heat up in the summer there. Just all right. I like this too. I thought it was a good location. Nothing too crazy. Nice solid kitchen. But kind of trying to approach the more modern look. So okay. So next up. So this one it was just on the outside. You're thinking, oh, we're gonna have some rustic. But on the inside, it just was very white and airy, and you could say HGTV is very 2018, so it's a very modern, current aesthetic. And I kept going back to this. It just felt very light and airy, and there's your spiral staircase. Kind of funky ceiling fan. So it just was very inviting, very, warm. Little pantry, but itself, I just kept getting drawn back to the lightness of it. So here, and this one was located very close to Park City, so that's another reason it got bumped up, is that if you wanted to, there's the house and then there's all the skiing. So if you're into skiing, that would be one of these. And a lot of these next couple ones, because of location, they were higher. Next up, I jumped to the location first. But let's go to the house. So this is a very humble, sorry for the scroll, very humble house. This has 5 acres. That's kind of why I like it. It's a place, going back to the rustic look, and that could drive you crazy, and I get that. But it's kind of simple. It's got lots of bunk beds, lots of areas for kids. It's got like an extra building with a workout room and a hot tub. But it's got area for horses and a separate like barn area too. So it's just something of, if you wanted your space to kind of get away, this was a nice place. And this one was really close, like 30 minutes to Park City. So, if you were into skiing, you could go ski and then go back home to your hot tub. And just very, very nice for that. Next up, number 2. Not stellar. The house is, you look at it and you go, wow, why is that pushing $2 million? It is, let me see, what is the date on it? 1981. So this old girl's been around for a while. And it is a little dated. I do like the big window on the inside, even though it's a slight bit dated. And this one really comes down to the following thing. 2 things. One is that it is super close to Park City. You're like talking 13 minutes. But then it's also super close to Salt Lake. So to be that close to world-class skiing, probably second only to Colorado. If not, some people might say better. And then also Salt Lake, which is a major city. It's a nice location. And that's what kind of puts it over. But once you get done skiing, then you go to the indoor pool and hot tub. So that just kind of won me over, that after your body gets knocked around doing that, then you have this wonderful float around in your indoor pool and hot tub and just relax. So that kind of, between the location and the indoor hot tub, kind of won me over. And some nice views. I mean, granted, it'd be nice to see it in the summer or fall would be. And our number 1 thing, which kind of goes against the grain, is this one. So this is a very kind of southwest looking home, and it was a different reason for liking it, because this one is in the southeast Utah. And so it is definitely away from everybody by Moab. So there's lots of stuff to do around there. But you're 4 hours to the Grand Canyon. You're 6 hours to Denver. And 6 hours to Santa Fe. And 4 hours to Salt Lake. So there's just a lot to do if you like the outdoors. And getting back to the house, it's on 10 acres. 20 acres. So if you want your privacy, this is it. So it's just, if you want to get away, here we go. It'd be just a great place to explore. Just your own nice little private compound. And it's kind of, I think maybe modern rustic, because they used a lighter wood, and and they put some light furniture in here and everything. I mean, nothing's too fancy. If you have to have a gorgeous house that smacks itself in people's face, then maybe this is not the house for you. But if you needed a retreat to get away from it all. Ooh, that's kind of weird. Oh my. When you just gotta go while you're doing laundry. But, it's got area if you did want horses, you could do that. And I just really, you could hike all it was, I don't know, I just liked it. So that's my number 1. And all these homes, you could come back to me and say, well, I'd rather do this, and please say in the comments below. I'll put links to everything, and So I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.